Good morning, everyone. I am Achal Gupta, and we are doing fractions and decimals. Today, we are going to solve few word problems of fractions. Today, we will do the remaining questions of exercise 2.4. Those are also word problems of fraction only. So, our next question of exercise 2.4 is question number 7. By what number should 12 5 upon 6 be multiplied to get 1 2 upon 3? These are two mixed fractions. Just understand what question is. A number is given to you. This is 12 5 upon 6. By which number I should multiply this to get this as my product? This type of question we have done in our last class. So basically a product is given to you and one of the number is given to you. Okay. So when product and one of the fraction is given to you, you can find the second fraction by dividing this product with this number. Here, one small example is here. Question is by what number I should multiply this 3 to get 15? Okay, so answer is simple, by 5. How do I get 5? When I divide this product with this 3. So similarly in this question, when I divide this product with this number, I will get my second fraction. Okay. So first of all, I am writing this mixed fraction in improper fraction form, and this fraction also I am writing in improper fraction. Okay. And afterwards, I just find the second number by dividing my product with this number. So dividend will be 5 upon 3. It will come first, then division sign, and my divisor will be 77 upon 6. Okay. Now in division, what we will do, we keep our first fraction as it is and we replace division sign with the sign of multiplication, and after that we will reciprocate our second fraction. So reciprocal of 77 upon 6 will be 6 upon 77. Numerator and denominator gets exchanged. Okay. Now I am multiplying numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. What will I get? I get 30 upon 231. This can be simplified further because both of them are divisible with the table of 3. So it will go 10 times and this will go 77 times. Or you can do one more thing. You can cut these fractions over here only. As you can see, 3 and 6 both are visible. If you want, you can cut them up here. 3 will go 1 time and this 6 will go 2 times. So in numerator I will get 5 2s are 10 and in denominator I will get 77. So you can do either of the ways, whichever you like. Our next question is question number 8. Total enrollment of a school is 840. That means there are 840 students in a school. Of these, 2/7 are girls and rest are boys. That means a fraction is given to you. This is not the exact number of girls in the school. This is the fraction of girls in the school. That means if total students are these much, so 2/7 of this total number are our number of girls. Okay. And remaining are boys. Find the fraction of boys. Also find the number of girls and number of boys. So here you can see total number of students are 840. Out of 840, 2/7 part is girls. So if I want to find the number of girls, how many girls are there exactly? So I can find it by 2/7 of 840. Why 840? Because 840 are total number of students. Okay. So if I find 2/7 part of 840, I will get my number of girls. So 2/7 of is replaced by multiplication and 840 as it is. You can also write it as 840 upon 1. Okay. Now I am multiplying again numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. And when you divide this 1680 with 7, you will get 240. So 240 is my number of girls. Now number of boys will be, if I subtract these number of girls from total number of students, I will get my number of boys. For example, in a class there are 20 students. And out of 20 students, if 5 are girls, so remaining 15 are boys, right? So here also I am subtracting number of girls from total number of students. So I will get my number of boys. Now I have my number of girls and my number of boys. One more thing is being asked, fraction of boys. If you want to write anything in the form of fraction, I always told you that you will write total parts or total number in denominator. So here also for finding fraction of boys, I will write total students in denominator, and number of boys I have to write in numerator because fraction of boys is being asked. Number of boys is 600 and total number of students are 840. So my fraction will be 600 upon 840. Now 600 and 840 both are divisible with the table of 12. When I simplify it and write it in the lowest term or lowest form, I will get 5 upon 7 as my fraction. My next question is question number 9. In question number 9, Suniti has read 1/4 of a book consisting of 432 pages. That means this is the total number of pages and this much part she have already read. How many pages are still left to be read? So first of all, if I find number of pages that she had already read, so my number of pages will be 1/4 of the total pages. 1/4 because this much part she have already read. So 1/4 of total number of pages will be 100 pages. Again off operator is there, so it will be replaced with multiplication only. So if you find 1/4 of 432, it will be 108. This much pages she have already read. Okay. Now number of pages left will be total number of pages minus 108. So total number of pages are 432 minus 108 will be 324 pages that are left for her to read. These questions are very easy. All are based on same types. Off operator is being used in most of them. Question number 10 is the cost of 3/1/4 kg of rice is rupees 65. Find the cost of per kg. Here per kg means you have to find the cost of 1 kg. Okay. Now you have to find the cost of 1 kg. So here I have to use unitary method, right? In unitary method, whenever cost of many items is given to you, for finding the cost of one such item, I have to divide. So here also I have to divide. Okay. So cost of 3/1/4 kg of rice is 65. 3/1/4 can be written as 13 upon 4 kg in improper fraction. Okay, so I have to divide the 65 with 13 upon 4. First number remains same in division. Divide sign is replaced with multiplication sign and reciprocal of my second fraction will be 4 upon 13. So numerator will be multiplied with numerator. It becomes 260 and denominator will be multiplied with denominator. It will become 13. Both of these are divisible with the table of 13. So my result will be rupees 20. That means 1 kg rice cost rupees 20. Okay. This is the question of unitary method in which cost of many item is given to you. You have to find the cost of one item. So you have to divide. If cost of one item is given to you in any question and you have to find the cost of many items, you have to multiply in that case. Okay. And our next question is how many pieces of length 3.5 centimeter can be obtained from a wire of length 98 centimeter. Here you can see total length is 98 centimeter. I have to break this wire into pieces and it is being asked how many pieces I can get if one piece length is 3.5 centimeter. Okay, so 3.5 centimeter is equals to 7 upon 2 centimeters in improper fraction. Now, let's take an example. For example, total wire's length is 10 centimeter. Okay, and I have to break them into pieces. Each piece should be of 5 centimeter length. How many pieces will I get? 10 centimeter is my total length and one piece should be of 5 centimeters. So I will get 2 such pieces of wire. So what will I do? I will divide my total length with the length of one piece. Here also I will do the same thing. I will divide my total length with the length of one piece. Okay, I hope you got my point. So I am just dividing the total length with length of one piece. That give me the total number of pieces. So 98 as it is, in place of division I'll write multiplication, and reciprocal of second fraction will be 2 upon 7. Again same process. In multiplication we will do numerator to numerator, we will multiply both of them, and denominator and denominator. So I will get 196 upon 7, and when you divide 196 with 7 you will get 28 pieces as answer. Here you can also cut 98 and 7, as both of them are divisible with the table of 7, and 98 is in numerator because it is a whole number. So it can be written as 98 upon 1. Okay. So it's your choice. Either you want to multiply numerator and denominator with denominator, and then you want to solve the question, or you can simplify it in earlier steps also. Okay. Next, question number 12 is, in a basket there were 60 mangoes. Total number of mangoes are given to us. Out of these, 1/12 of the mangoes, again you can see of the mangoes means of operator is being used. Of the mangoes were rotten. That means total number of mangoes are 60 and this part of mangoes are rotten, right? So I can find the number of rotten mangoes first. So number of rotten mangoes will be 1/12 of total number of mangoes. This will be equal to 5 mangoes. So out of 60, 5 mangoes are rotten. So remaining mangoes will be 55. Those are good. Okay, I can sell these 55 mangoes only, right? So out of 55, 7/11 of the remaining, that means 7/11 of 55 mangoes were sold. 7/11 of 55 mangoes are sold. So I can find 7/11 of 55. Of means multiplication. So it will be 35 mangoes. That means out of 55, 35 mangoes are sold. How many mangoes are remaining now? Mangoes remaining will be equals to mangoes. Those are good for selling. That means 55. And minus those are already been sold. So remaining mangoes will be 20 mangoes. That is my answer. Here I am dividing my number of mangoes firstly between rotten and those are not rotten. 5 mangoes are rotten out of 60 and 55 are good. And out of 55, few are sold and few are not sold. Okay, so 50 out of 55, 35 are sold and 20 are not sold. In all these word problems, basic 4 operations are being used. Either it is addition or it is subtraction or multiplication or division, or operator is there. So practice more and more questions so you will get to know in which question I am applying which operation and why. Thank you.